Hello all you amazing people. Baldur's Gate 3's patch 8 has just released, and I'm going to be breaking down all the exciting new changes as we got some surprise updates like the ability to have partial level editing mods. So I'm going to be getting into what all of that means, as this is the final patch for Baldur's Gate 3 and a nice send off with 12 new subclasses, crossplay, and the photo mode. So this is the final patch. This has been a big success, much bigger than anyone they could have hoped for. Now they do have an animated short for this like they do with their all previous patches, and I recommend you check it out because it is hilarious and very well done. There's also now Steam trading cards, which is a surprise. Very nice to see that. But crossplay with mods. This is a huge feat to accomplish because modding in itself, especially on console, is not easy to have work properly. But now, as long as you have the same mods installed, you should be able to play with the your friends on PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox, and Mac. Now, there may be, I've got a lot of questions around this. As long as the mods are the same from the in-game mod manager, that means that PC players must use the mods that are on console. But I do think that like some .dll mods will work, like the WASD or native camera tweaks, whenever those are updated for patch 8, because they're currently not working. But I think that those will work from what I've it may or may not work. Anyways, getting into things here, we also got the photo mode here. So this is, you can get into photo mode by either pressing the F9 key on PC or pressing both the analog sticks on PlayStation 5 or Xbox, or if you're using that on PC. So that'll access the photo mode here, which I've covered it in a few other videos. It's an amazing photo mode. You can do so much with it. You can use it because I was asked if you can use it during cutscenes, and you just can't edit it as much as you can when it's just like a free range like this, where you can like fully customize where the camera goes. But photo mode is very well done. You got a lot of different camera settings. I encourage you to try it out. But what's really cool about this is the stickers and stuff. So there's been modders. Speaking of stickers, photo mode already includes over 300 stickers, and keen modders out there will be able to create and upload their own via the Baldur's Gate 3 modding toolkit, which is amazing because the stickers just add a nice layer of just fun to the game. So I've covered the stickers in past videos. They have all the classes. They got Christmassy themed ones. I love this Gale looking like he's from One Piece. And they also have some things like these wanted posters that you can put on your screen here. So this is really cool because you can get very creative with what you do in this. Always a fan of photo modes. And here's briefly some photos that they've shared from their Discord, and you can see here the different creators that made these pictures. Amazing. There's gonna be a lot of really great things coming out of this, and I can't wait to see. Also, links in the description for my Discord if you want to share any of the creations you made with the photo mode. I highly encourage that because I love seeing everyone's photos in the game. So yeah, you can find your screenshots in the you can just check there. So users, documents, Larian Studios, Baldur's Gate 3, and screenshots for PC. And for Mac, it's in a different folder there. New subclasses. I've covered these in the previous videos, which I'll link in the comments. But yeah, you got all the Path of the Giant Barbarian, College of Glamour Bard, Death Domain Cleric, Circle Stars Druid, Arcane Archer Fighter, Way of the Drunken Master Monk, Oath of the Crown Paladin, Swarmkeeper Ranger, Swashbuckler Rogue, Shadow Magic Sorcerer, Hexblade Warlock, and Blade Singing Wizard. So they unlock at different levels, obviously, per the other subclasses in the game. They also have their Channel from Hell, which you can check out here. The modding toolkit now has some new updates, and some good news, some bad news, guys. So with the modding toolkit, it's received an update, meaning that mod authors will now be able to explore partial level editing. This is exciting. Whether you fancy creating your own NPC, dropping in a metric ton of carrots across every existing level just for the sake of it, pledging your undying love to Shadowheart by turning all wolves into bunny rabbits, or by moving them to the House of Hope, you'll now be able to use the toolkit to add or override certain templates in existing levels. This is huge. They did hint away at this previously, and no one else was really talking about it but me. I'm glad that there's some clarification on this. It's partial level editing, so you won't see huge campaign modes coming to the game, but you'll see some different changes of what's already available. Partial level editing means that you won't be able to do the official Baldur's Gate 3 toolkit is add new dialogues or change the static parts of the worlds like building, scenery, or terrain. You can, however, create interactive objects like a chest that teleports away from you every time that you get close to it. No one will touch your belongings ever again, including you. Or you can make a salami statue that you can put in your pocket. So what I think this means is when you look at like the world of Baldur's Gate 3 here, so you can add different elements like the items that you can see around here you can drag around. So I'm assuming that with mods, you'll be able to kind of change some of those things. It also says it lets you make new NPCs, so that will be interesting. No dialogue, unfortunately, but we'll have to wait to see what that all means. But you can add new things to the world. I think that's cool because this could mean that you're able to make like different quests. I'll put little quotation marks there because we've already gotten quest type mods. Like the Dread Overlord Warlock has the ability to do a different quest line in it. So I'm assuming we'll see more of things like that pop up, and that's really exciting. A little change to the modding guidelines though, and this one is in regards to console, and I know there's gonna be some sad people about this, and it's unfortunate, but there is crashing that does occur because of this. So we've now updated the modding guidelines with new information. We'll continue to curate mods. We will continue curating mods for console. I just want to highlight that. So I got some comments in the past saying that they're not going to do mods for console after patch 8 drops. They're going to continue doing that. And they have people that they're paying money to curate these mods for console, because PlayStation doesn't allow external assets unless it's approved and tested by the party. So this is pretty big. Larian's going to be devoting their time and energy into this. So you just got to, applaud them for that, because that's a lot to do. As part of this update, we've reviewed technical requirements, and unfortunately, the mods that introduce new playable races are unable to be curated for console. If you're a mod author, we suggest giving the guidelines a read by clicking here. So if you go to the modding guidelines, mods that aren't able to be on console, so anything that adds or removes shaders, increases nudity or violence in the game, fails their internal testing, interferes with booting or managing mods, crashes the game, unsupported file types, and now mods that introduce new playable races. This is unfortunate. I know there's a lot of people that really want like ASMR race mods and some of the other race mods in the game. I'm going to be giving a bit of a guide on how to kind of get over that in the future. It's unfortunate you won't be able to make new race mods, but you can kind of role play and make it work. This is just it's just the way it is. It's causing crashes, and it was causing crashes with some other mods. Been keeping my ears to the ground, finding out what's really going on with all of this. And there's mods like the Werewolf Origin mod that was having some issues as well. Whenever you access the magic mirror, it was just causing straight up crashes. Unfortunately, with consoles, they do access files a little bit differently than a PC would, which does cause some complexities for things like race mods. Unfortunately, we do have the Kuatoa mod. Not sure how that one ended up working, but I think it's the actual framework of Baldur's Gate 3 and how it relates to console. As you guys know, Baldur's Gate 3 came out in August of 2023. It had a release for PlayStation in September, and then a release for Xbox in December. So consoles are a little bit more difficult to, make the game for. Unfortunately, this is just the way it is. I know there's going to be some upset people because I've gotten a lot of upset and angry comments regarding race mods previously. This does suck. I'm sorry, guys, but it's just unfortunate the way it is. But we do have some other nice changes, so I want to, get into positivity. UI functionality improvements. We continue to work closely with mod authors to ensure there are fewer conflicts between the game's mods and new patches. And particularly for those that have ImpUI as a dependency, which was updated last night. However, some actually really good news here. ImpUI mod isn't currently being maintained to help keep things running smoothly and support the creative process of those in the modding community. We've introduced minor changes that have some functionality as handled in the toolkit. Now, mod authors will be able to directly make changes for mods that relied on UI tweaks during a character creation. So basically, what's happening is ImpUI is kind of rolled up into the actual Baldur's Gate 3 game now. So these changes now support natively in the toolkit involve action resources. So previously, if you're using any type of resource on your class mod, you'd have to have ImpUI. Same as the rest of these. Racial spells that level up, race passives, UI scrolling for heads passives, equipment, class, subclass, and origin selection, feat passives, and the radial customization and descriptions. Huge thank you to DJMR, the creator of the ImpUI mod, for their incredible work on this and keeping contact with us while we resolve the conflicts and introduce this functionality, as well as Kate's, who's made a lot of amazing mods. Shouts out to Kate's for like the better hotbar mods and pretty much all the UI mods that you may have downloaded. They've been particularly helpful, and for those who name now lie firmly in Baldur's Gate 3's game credits. I love Larian for doing that. That is amazing. Along with mod authors who have been helping us test the toolkit's functionality. That is pretty huge. So mods in patch 8, please remain patient and respectful. Please be respectful to the mod authors. I've seen a lot of not so nice comments on my videos and even on Mod.io. Don't harass mod authors. Like, just don't. You can try and harass me if you want to. Just leave mod authors alone. They're doing unpaid work to make sure that this game runs as smoothly as possible. Has lots of great content for you guys. So we need to have a very supportive community here, because this is amazing to see so many great mods being made and more being made every day. Some things may not work immediately after a new update. That's been par for the course. Every other patch, I've had mods that have broken every single patch, and that's just part of how things work with patches. But for the most part, I've been actually quite fine with my mods, so most may work, some may not. It will get updated as time goes on. For a mod, if you can't wait to dive in but are worried about your mod list, we recommend starting a new playthrough to enjoy the new subclasses with try out photo mode. So yeah, there's a lot of new stuff in the game. You don't really need to play with mods right away when there's so much new content. You can also set your Steam or PlayStation to offline mode and just play on patch 7 still if you want to keep it at patch 7. But patch 8 also tackles a bunch of bug fixes, and I'll be doing a separate video covering all the bug fixes because there's a lot of really great ones. Some that I want to just highlight quickly. So whenever chests get broken, the items will now correctly disperse so that you don't lose key quest items. They also fixed the battle mage's gloves. The same self-trial in the Gauntlet of Shar will have proper challenge for those using modded classes. Also, they fixed the issue in the Shar Temple. Fix a bug in the moving platforms in the Gauntlet of Shar, which will sometimes leave you behind, causing you to plummet to your death. This was actually so scary in honor mode. What was happening was the elevator in the Shard Temple would just drop you through the floor. Everybody dies. And you know, in honor mode, you only get one save. And when your whole team dies, game over. There was a workaround. It didn't work great. I was helping people out with, you take 3 people down, take 1 back up, you take the rest down, just so that you have people there in case something were to go wrong. But this is now fixed properly. So yeah, there's a lot of bug fixes. I'm not going to get into every single thing, but they fixed some of the items that weren't working properly since launch. They fixed FSR, so some very nice quality improvements in terms of graphics. But yeah, there's a lot, and I will do a video covering all of this because I don't want to go through all of these patch notes and put you guys to sleep in this supposed to be exciting video. But I will be covering this because I previously on patch 7 I had a 51-minute video covering every single update that came with patch 7. So I will do another video where I explain some of these changes because some people just like to listen to me talk almost like a friend explaining the patch notes. So yeah, I will be doing a video in the future, potentially tomorrow or later, maybe later today, depends on my time, covering every single update on the Baldur's Gate 3's patch 8, the last final patch. But yeah, you can see there's a lot to talk about, and I don't want to put you guys asleep. So yeah, that'll be it for this video. But I just want to say thank you to Larian for making such an incredible game, putting out a huge update like this without charging money for it. Nowadays in gaming, if you wanted 12 new subclasses from another game, you'd be spending $5 per subclass, and Larian did this all for free. So they deserve a lot of credit for the hard work that they put into this. But yeah, this is the last major patch for Baldur's Gate 3. I'm excited to get into things, starting a new playthrough, and I'll be doing some honor mode guides after beating honor mode last patch, or 2 patches ago. I just wanted to help share some knowledge on that. So let me know what you want to see coming into patch 8. I'll again be doing a video of all the updates in Baldur's Gate 3 patch 8 in a moment or in a few days time. And hit the subscribe button below if you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day.